I looked at like the last video I posted and it doesn't seem like 2 years ago. It does not seem like 2 years ago, guys. Oh, getting a little flash there. Oh, that looks so cool. Um, trying out a bit of different content. So just bear with me, right? I'm just gonna jump into the video. I think that streaming services has ruined a lot of things about today's society. Hashtag society, not even society, just how we live our day to day. How we have instant gratification. I think it w- makes us greedy, makes us want more sooner, quicker, faster, better. Um, with commercials, like obviously they still have ads and shit if you don't want to pay the full price, but the way we don't have commercials like how we used to on regular TV is kind of like speeding up how we want things done, how fast we want things, especially new shows or seasons of shows or movies like The Boys or Invincible or the show From. I do like that. They release one a week because think about it, back in the day, you would have to wait a whole week or however long for a new episode of your show to come out. And you'd have to like go on TV that time, fucking 8 p.m. Central or Eastern Standard Time, whatever, and you'd have to be ready to watch that show. And if not, you'd have to record it. That's right. DVR, guys. I think it's made us less patient and less able to sit in one place or make time to do things. I also think it's made easier for other subscription services, whether it be like Sam's Club, that's just an example. I don't know what they pay. Sam's Club, other subscriptions, they think it's now okay to charge more and up their prices all the time. And especially with competing companies and corporations like Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, Crunchyroll. That's not like a, like a competing companies. Peacock, Tubi. Tubi is good though. They have good shit for free. People who, whether they don't want to support the company that they want to watch something on or they can't afford the subscription, people are missing out on their faves. Like they'll hear about a new movie coming out or a new show. They're like, damn, wish I could watch that right now. But they can't because everything, remember on demand? That was so good. You used to be able to watch it on demand for free or rent it or buy it. And I feel like that was that wasn't even a subscription service. That was with like not satellite, cable. And people, we have power. We obviously have power. Do you remember when everyone was canceling their Disney Plus and because they wanted Jimmy Fallon back on, or yeah, I think it was Jimmy Fallon, because they were trying to cancel Jimmy Fallon, and everyone canceled their shit, and they're like, "Oh, Jimmy Fallon's coming back, y'all." Oh my gosh, I think the worst part, my least favorite part about streaming services, is how it has ruined how we enjoy movie theaters now. Yeah, I hate to say it, guys. I am a big movie theater lover. I know it's like a big public thing. Some people don't like being in public no more, especially after COVID and the pandemic. And I know that's a big reason of why subscriptions and streaming platforms got so popular to begin with, but babes, we're out of it. We're out of it, guys. Snap out of it. And I just think so many things that could have gone to theaters are now just going to streaming platforms, like the Avatar Last Airbender movie that got leaked not too long ago. And people were mad, and I don't know exactly how or why it got leaked, but I believe people were mad that it was only going to be on Paramount Plus instead of theaters because they were supposed to do a theatrical release, but then Paramount was like, "Oh no, you're going to have to buy our shit." What if someone doesn't want to go buy Paramount just for the Avatar movie? They should be able to go to theaters. And there's some like contingencies with that or exceptions to that, like how they're showing hella anime in theaters, like Jujutsu Kaisen. I know they were showing Dan Dadan. Um, I don't know, and I feel like they're like, oh, and The Boys. I've heard The Boys finale was released in theaters as well, which props to them because people don't go to theaters enough. You go to think about it. You go to the movies. You're like one of the only people there, or at least that's been my experience when I've went to the theaters recently. Most recent theater experience that I loved, Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, Volume 1 and 2, one sitting. That shit was so good. I got hella snacks for that. Like, I just love the theater vibe. Snacks, popcorn, like a pop or a slushy, guys. I will say, I understand if people don't want to go to the theater because those uncomfortable ass seats, but a lot of the theaters have reclining seats now. I also think it's ruined like so much of how I don't know like exactly ages, but I think the way kids intake shows, sorry, I got a call, but I think the way kids intake information or shows has changed so vastly. They are able, think about it, if their parents have a streaming platform, they're able to stream any show, any movie they want constantly. It's, and I think that's also contributing. We used to have like the joke about iPad kids, or maybe it's still a joke, I don't know. But maybe what about those streaming platform kids who, like, same thing. Kids shows used to come out with new episodes every week, right? So kids would have to wait for that. They would enhance wait for their shows and go play outside or go play with friends. But I think it's making, in turn, the younger generation lazier, more instant gratification needing. Also, bootleg websites have become, or like pirating websites have become so much more popular. And I think that's hurting any like actors or production team who work on movies or shows like over a year or two, or maybe even more than that. But and the only way to support them is to buy a subscription and then watch the movie on there. I'm not buying it, guys. I am not buying it. Um that's why like movies, when you hear about like movies not doing so good in the box office, I'm not I'm not surprised because no one wants to go to the movies anymore. It's all streaming. Like, how are they going to make movies if they're all just streaming? And like, people will be like, oh, I can watch that whenever. Oh, I can watch that whenever. I'll put it off. Watch it whenever. Baby, how about go to the theater? Go to the motherfucking theater. But yeah, to end this off, I just want to say all the streaming companies have so much money. They are multi-million dollar, billion even, dollar companies who increase the prices over and over and over again as if it's because of the high taxes or the current economy we live in, when they have millions. They have millions of like subscriptions from different people, ads playing, which I'm sure they get money from. And it's just, they want us to believe we need to help them and contribute to them when they don't give us the bare minimum. They don't give us, I know I was just talking bad about this, but why do we have to pay for no ads? Sorry. Sure, you can like fight whatever you want in the comments. Fuck, I don't even get comments. They just don't need it. They don't fucking need it. I would say like when Disney was a, oh, especially Disney Plus. Y'all have a parks, you have multiple parks, you have Disney Channel, you have Disney Plus. I don't want to hear it. Um and I don't necessarily have a problem like when it was back just Netflix was starting, or like maybe Amazon Prime. I'm not sure when Amazon Prime came out actually. But Netflix, when we just had Netflix, it was fine. Netflix and chill. Netflix, remember when Netflix came, like, oh, Redbox. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember Redbox? Wow, bringing back memories. That was disc rental, and you would have to bring it back by a certain time, like a library book, or they'd fine your ass. But it's truly, I know things change with time, but I'm not fucking with it at all.